My mission is to explain to people, like, hip-hop just isn't playing rap music. It's playing Cuban music, American music, jazz music, playing rock music, soul music, electronic, reggaeton, reggae. Like, it's playing every genre of music and putting it together. Like, that's the real definition of what hip-hop is.
We are coming back. Mark my words. I'm coming back to DJ. The Roots will come to Cuba. Thank you. I love you. Thank
you. This was my dream. I've been waiting for this for like 10 years to come back and properly DJ. Do you remember the party you took us to that was in the streets?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
of course.
Guy had a cassette player and a CD player and some wires and speakers, and yeah, that was like the realest hip hop shit I've ever seen. Like, people taking nothing and making it something, and that's what made me want to come back and spin, you know what I mean? I mean, the Roots are notoriously known for our stamina and traveling. We've been to all corners of the world. When the machine was heavy before late night television, we were doing at least somewhere between 210 to about 260 shows a year. And probably the place that meant the most to me to come to was Havana, Cuba. We played this place called the America. The night of the show, if you can get a scope of this whole block, it was just packed, wall-to-wall people, and that meant the world to me. It's more important than anything that cultural ideas get exchanged. To me, that's what keeps the culture alive. Today I went record shopping, I went digging, and pretty much got a crash course in the history of Cuban culture. You know, I went to probably one of the most knowledgeable record collectors. I mean, my man Edgaro hooked me up and pretty much gave me the history of all the funk jazz and the soul jazz that I ever wanted to know about.
This was a time that American music was prohibited in Cuba.
Okay.
In the beginning of the revolution.
How would American music get down here?
In the rooftops,
right?
They have like wires.
Okay. So they get a signal from Miami?
Yeah, from K West. Like with headphones, listen to it and record it, and then they pass it around.
What kind of music would they play?
Cuba, they said American music. So some people were really into rock, some people were into funk, jazz. Junto a Latino, this is really experimental.
Okay.
Oof. Mongo Santa Maria, Los Taínos, this is really experimental from EGREM. Those are from the 70s. Irakere, they were like Cuban funk, straight on.
Okay.
First track, Bacalao con Pan. This is one of the most incredible funk experiments song in Cuban history. For me,
really?
And this is the first press edition of this. I have never sung, this is why I didn't recognize it. I never seen this record.
The original press edition, okay.
Joy, like, this is all experimental with funk music.
I can tell.
Really, really, really hard to get. I don't know if you like, you know Arturo Sandoval?
Yes.
Okay. Chucho Ades, only piano. That's the man.
Okay.
He was the kid. Whoa. Whoa, you can't leave Cuba without Los Bambam. Like, you know Los Bambam, familiar?
Not familiar.
DC Alepia, Arturo Sandoval, 85 at Jazz Plaza, playing live at the Cuban Jazz Festival.
Does he always come down here to play?
Yeah, with Arturo.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy.
So there's only one label here, and that's...
So basically, EGREM took over everything. Okay. So they have this studio right here, where we're gonna go right now, and then they do a new one in Miramar. But everybody that wants to have like that real vintage sound, they go to this. So most of these records were recorded right here around the corner. We're gonna go later.
That studio? Okay.
Yeah.
The challenge I'm trying to do is not to repeat anything I did yesterday. Most DJs don't tend to practice what they do. They just get up there and start winging it, but I treat DJing like I would a show. You know, like I practice it, I study my songs, so it took actual real time, 5 hours for me to prep a 5-hour set tonight. You noticed last night, I played everything. I did reggaeton, I did hip hop, I did soul, I did rock, I did jazz, I did house music, I did every genre and mixed it in. So it's hard and rare to find people that appreciate everything you do. You know, some places in the States, they only like what they know, and they're very closed-minded or narrow-minded. So, you know, I've been waiting for an audience like this for a decade.
That visit, man. Check this out.
Yeah, I remember.
2 years ago, he signed this.
I remember that.
The last name here, Filo, that's us, man.
Oh, word. Oh, okay. I remember y'all open.
We're still together because of you, man. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, bro. Thank you. This is awesome.
Doble Filo.
This is beautiful for you.
Oh, word. Okay.
Because
I took good care of it. For all these years.
Y te di esta oportunidad, dije, hoy busqué entre mis papeles viejos, dije, y muchas gracias por venir y regalando la música y regalando toda esa energía positiva que tanto necesitamos y poder intercambiar como cultura.
I appreciate that. I did it for y'all. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Nunca, nunca vida mía. Nunca, nunca vida mía.
You played last night. What was that night like?
De aquella de Roots.
The Roots.
Bueno, mira, yo pienso que se crea como un incentivo a las personas que hacen hip hop en Cuba. Nacen nuevos en sí, hombres, mujeres.
Really?
Dime.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
For real. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Con.
Remember I was just singing? That was the song that fucked everybody up.
Yeah. Ya tú sabes cómo suena esto. Estamos ahora mismo bajo arresto, echando equipo y el resto. Bendecido por todos los muertos. Questlove tirando el background y brebaje como todo un puerto. Acompañados de Edgaro. A nosotros tenemos mucha rima, no nos hace falta muchos varos. Porque la tiramos sin descaro y estamos preparados para que los fucking guardias tiren el disparo. ¿Qué me hago si yo me muevo un mago? Cuando llego a los lugares nunca la entrada pago. En la matafaca people yo me cago. Me están mirando, ya tú sabes, yo no creo en nadie en el aire. Ay Dios, la chapa reconectó. Entonces ya tú sabes cómo no. Yo sigo conectado con Dios y parece que este año lo viene bendiciendo el gran chango. Yo te lo digo, el amor es fundamental. Yo te lo puedo brindar a base de mi freestyle. Me gusta rapear, lo hago en el año de Alamar. Ya tú sabes, me da los mismos pulpos que calamar. Vestido de verde, yo represento la suerte. Tengo mucha vida, siempre alejo la muerte. Puedes perderte, conéctate tú conmigo, que soy testigo de que soy mi mejor amigo, yeah. Thank you, man.
De Cuba,
Thank you.
Brebaje Mancaero.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go right now in the corner to the studios of EGREM.
Okay.
This is where they did Buenavista Social Club. They recorded that album, and most of these records that they did over here, they recorded there, right around the corner.
So how much does it cost to like make a record?
This studio is kind of cheap.
Like if I wanted to come down here and hire the best musicians.
Man, that's what I do for jobs.
Okay.
It depends, but it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be dirty cheap, but it's gonna be cheap compared to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, American budget.
Yeah. And you can get like the best musicians.
So what year did this open?
This in the 40s. When Fidel took over, this went through a process to be like
Imprenta
the
Nacional
national.
de Cuba.
So they stopped doing records,
stopped?
books, yeah, because the revolution came. So they were restructuring the country.
So you're saying it was just illegal to make music or
Antes era privado, el dueño era Sabat. Ya después, en el triunfo revolucionario, esto se interviene o se nacionaliza. Como se nacionalizaron todos los negocios privados, todas las cosas privadas fueron nacionalizadas.
This has to be 50.
Every record ever produced by Irakere, they have like 5 records today, was
Bam
recorded here.
Bam, Irakere, Pablo, Silvio. Tenemos muchos músicos cubanos que radicaron en los Estados Unidos, como Mario Bauzá, como Graciela, como Machito, Miguelito Valdés, que iban y venían. Nosotros nos vamos a nutrir de ellos y ellos se van a nutrir de nosotros, porque siempre hemos estado en buena lid, en este caso del mundo de la música y la cultura y el desarrollo cultural cubano.
Well, one day.
One day, yeah. Well,
I'd love to.
This is a historical day.
Yes,
this is a
one
historical day.
No, gracias.
You know, my dream now is to really come back here and not do this one show a decade thing. Like, I really want to come and just give culture to the people. Like, because I've just never seen a place more appreciative, more respectful of musical culture, and not just like, oh, respectful of Americans, but just all types of music. I mean, clearly the people want something, and you know, while I have the means and the monetary means to do it, I want to give it to them. You know, I think it's important. It's extremely important. A lot of times artists are just motivated, you know, by the financial end of it. You know, you're not going to make a profit coming down here, but you're gonna have something better. You're gonna feed your soul.
If you beatbox, you do a freestyle.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Estamos aquí ahora mismo en la casa de Galeano, ya tú sabes, el hombre y yo representando el rap cubano, me siento súper bien, a todos le doy la mano, suavecito es que te
That is the story of my life, ladies and gentlemen. Women are allergic to the Roots Crew, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the big deal. I'm sorry, forgive me. One day you'll love me.